Jules, the new format has been voted on. It's been approved. Is there any chance it could be changed now?
It's a difficult question. I think there's always a chance because Alexander Seferin and people at UEFA can say, you know what, let's all sit down around the table and let's see. We've heard so many voices now, and even Florentino Perez. I mean, of course he was going to say it, but he said, the current format is much better than the next one, the new one that has been voted for. So I guess maybe you can sit down and find a way of looking at the scheduling. I'm not just even talking about this new format of the Champions League. This is coming in 2024. There's plenty of time if we want to, again, to amend it. But just about the scheduling and the fixture list and our international level and domestic level with the Cups. Is the League Cup, and I know we're going to talk about the final on Sunday, is the League Cup really necessary right now with how congested the seasons have been and will be next year as well after the Euros? Is it really necessary? At some point, I think leagues will have to look at the numbers. You go down from 20 clubs to 18 clubs in the Premier League, in La Liga, in Liga. The Bundesliga is already down to 18 clubs. I think this is a reflection to have. I'm not saying that we should all go to 18 clubs, but this is something that they should think about it. And as well, think about this new format. Think if we really want this Swiss model with more games for everybody. Again, where are you going to play them? It's another midweek fixture, 2 more midweek fixtures probably for everybody, which again, I don't think is viable. Pep Guardiola said the other day, it's 8 months since City didn't play in midweek. 8 months where you play weekend, Wednesday, weekend, Wednesday, weekend, Wednesday. I mean, then people will get injured. People, and Craig is right. The value of your product and the quality of it will decrease massively.
Well, just quickly before we go, you know what's going to happen, and it's already happening now big time, but it's going to get worse. His managers are just going to play the most weakened teams in some of these competitions that you could believe. And so if you turn up and you've paid your money, and hopefully we'll have crowds back in, well, we should have. We'll have crowds back in by 2024. But I mean, as a generalisation, when managers continually play weakened teams now and people have already paid good money for season books, or you turn up and you pay, it's just not going to last, I'm afraid. And I don't blame the managers for doing it.
Yeah.
Because they have to, and they got to
prioritise.
Stevie's coached. He knows sometimes you got to worry about the next couple of games. You got to worry about your star players. So you have to make decisions.
Let's get another perspective here. Archie Rhind-Tutt joins us from Germany. Archie, it seemed like in Germany they just never really engaged with the idea of the Super League. What are they saying now about the new Champions League format?
It's echoing what Ilkay Gundogan was saying, and such is the way that fans protest here for what they want. I think it's been encouraging to see what's been happening, particularly in England. I think that a few eyebrows have been raised at just how vociferous the protests have been over in England. I think as well, there's a point worth making here that for the first time, we've seen the football bubble threaten to break, which before it's always been more and more and more. But now those bigwigs have been told, no, actually it stops here. And I think one of the biggest questions that we have to ask now is what happens next? How are fans going to feel emboldened by this? In Germany, we continually see fan protests against this new Champions League format on Borussia Dortmund's yellow wall. We saw 2 big banners. It's going to continually be protested here. They're not keen on it. Seb, Bayern Munich are playing their 47th game of the season tomorrow in 219 days. Usually, when they reach the 47-game mark in a season, it's around 260 days. So let's not be surprised that the quality has diminished this season. The fact that Robert Lewandowski, on course for a record-breaking season, gets injured. All the big players at Bayern Munich have at least had a period out this season. And that is telling you something about what is flawed with this current model.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.